Deftones, Crenshaw Punch, I'll Throw Rocks at You. Guitar tabs, guitar lesson. Alright, so I'll be using a standard tuning for this. Seems to work just fine. And this intro chord is just this real, just kind of gnarly, dissonant sounding thing. And we'll start here with a 4 on the A, a 5 D and G, and then a 3 on the B and E. And it kind of resolves itself to the following chord. So this is kind of like a D flat major 7 with some flat 9, sharp 11, yada yada. But that's just basically what's going on there. And we just kind of want to just 8th note strum that. Alright. And then, like I said, for the verse, it resolves into basically a C suspended second. So all we're really doing is just making that 4 on the A a 3 now. So now we get like this C sus2 and keep everything else the same. We'll have that 5 D and G. Mainly just kind of worry about like hitting that 3 on the B. You don't really need to worry about the high E, I guess, at this point. If you hit it incidentally, it's not a big deal. But so we got the 3, 5, 5, 3, and here, you know, everything kind of comes in full for the verse, and we just strum on that 8th note style for like a couple measures. And then we get back to that initial chord, and it's kind of like we'll do like a big strum on it, and then we'll just kind of faintly strum through it just for about 4 measures. And then just kind of go back and forth between that C sus2 to the dissonant kind of D flat vibe. And for the chorus, we'll just do a back and forth between a G sharp to an A sharp power chord. So here we got the 4 E 6 on the A and D, up to the 6 and 8ths. And we just do that 3 times. Do it once more, but right after that final time, we jump over and hit that D flat or C sharp power chord at the 4A, 6 on the D and G. And then that gets us to a C power chord, so 3A, 5 on the D and G. We strum on that 8th notes for about 8 times. But then we include that 3 on the B from the verse with it for the C sus2. Alright. And basically we just crank through that whole thing again. It depends on the amount of times for like what chorus it is. Like the first time we just go through it a couple times, but at the end we'll just kind of repeat this. But the way we wrap it all up is the final time through. We do our 4 to 6, 4 to 6, 4 to 6. Do it that 4th time, but instead of going to the 4 and 6s for that C sharp power chord, the final time through we do the 4 to 6 on the low set here, but then we go to the C power chord, and then we finish by doing a big compounded power chord. And this here might be the only clue I would say that this might be like a drop D flat tuning, but we can make it work more like adrenaline style here, where we just do a big compounded deal here. So it'll be that C sharp power chord, the 4A and 6 on the D and G, but we're going to add that extra low G sharp octave, the 4E. Okay. And for the bridge section here, it's just a big building up and kind of layering onto this C sharp with the extra G here. That 4E, 4A, 6 on the D and G. And I kind of like to fret it this way just because I want the pinky accessible later. So we got the 4E and A, 6 on the D and G, so I like to do that. And initially we just kind of do single strums of it, let it ring. But now we're going to kind of build into it. We'll add in that 4 on the B with it, so we're doing more of a full bar here. And it's just more of a kind of a loose shuffling strum now. kind of build on that for a couple of measures. Then we can add in the 4 on the high E with it. And then finally, like I said, I like to keep the pinky available so I can hit this 8 on the high E, keeping, you know, the rest of the chord going with it. And it gets like a major 7 now. And this is kind of like the final building chord back into the final chorus. And at the very end, just as it's like fading out, we get this little picking through of like a major 7 of that C sharp. So we'll hit like B string 4 to 6, do a 5 G, and then land at that 4A. Like it just kind of messes around with that a little bit as it's fading out. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.